She humiliated me in front of the whole cheer squad. Made me feel like I didn't belong, like I was nothing. But she never imagined I'd take her spot. And trust me, watching her lose everything was the sweetest revenge. My name is Jordan. I'm 16, junior year, and I used to do gymnastics. Like seriously do gymnastics. I started when I was 5. Competed regionally. Won medals. Dreamed of going to nationals. But then sophomore year happened. I landed wrong during practice. Tore my ACL. My doctor said I needed surgery. 6 months of physical therapy. No guarantees I'd compete again. So I stopped. It broke my heart. But I couldn't risk another injury. For a whole year I felt lost. Gymnastics was my identity. Without it I didn't know who I was. But this year I felt stronger. Healed. Ready to try something new. That's when I saw the flyer. Cheer tryouts. It wasn't gymnastics. But it was close. Tumbling. Stunts. Energy. I thought maybe this could help me find myself again. Our school's cheer squad is a big deal. They perform at every game. Led pep rallies. Travel to competitions. And at the top of it all is Alyssa. Senior. 17. Cheer captain. He's pretty. Popular. Powerful. Everyone knows her name. Everyone wants to be her friend. She runs that squad like it's her kingdom. And she doesn't let anyone forget it. I thought joining cheer would be a fresh start. A chance to feel confident again. Instead I found my worst nightmare. Tryouts were held in the gym after school. About 20 girls showed up. Most were freshmen hoping to make the junior varsity squad. A few sophomores. And me. The only junior trying out. I felt eyes on me immediately. Whispers. Curious stares. I ignored them. Focused on warming up. Alyssa stood at the front with the assistant coach. Clipboard in hand. Arms crossed. Watching everyone like a hawk. The assistant coach explained the routine. Basic tumbling. A short dance. Some jumps. Then we'd go one by one. My turn came. I stepped onto the mat. Took a breath. And went for it. Cartwheel. Round off. Back handspring. Clean landing. My body remembered. Felt good. Natural. I followed with toe touches. A herky. Sharp arm motions. When I finished, a few girls clapped. The assistant coach smiled. Wrote something on her clipboard. But Alyssa didn't smile. She stepped forward. Looked me up and down. Then said loud enough for everyone to hear. Cute. But being flexible doesn't mean you're captain material. The squad behind her giggled. My face burned. She stepped closer. Lowered her voice just slightly. Don't get comfortable, newbie. I didn't respond. Just walked back to the side. But my hands were shaking. What was her problem? I made the team. Got the text 3 days later. I was excited. Nervous. Ready to prove myself. First official practice was that Friday. I showed up early. Changed in the locker room. The other girls were already there. Seniors mostly. Alyssa's inner circle. They talked and laughed. Barely acknowledged me. I tried to smile. Introduce myself. But they just glanced at me. Then went back to their conversation. One girl, Madison, looked me over. Your shoes are cute. Where'd you get them? I told her. She nodded. Then whispered something to the girl next to her. They both laughed. I pretended not to notice. But it stung. Practice started. We ran through routines. Learned cheers. Worked on formations. I kept up fine. Better than fine, actually. My gymnastics background helped. I picked up moves faster than some of the other new girls. The assistant coach even complimented my form. But every time I looked at Alyssa, she was staring. Not impressed. Just cold. After practice, we went back to the locker room. I was tired. Sweaty. Happy. I felt like maybe this would work out. Then Alyssa and her friends walked in. They were loud. Talking about some party that weekend. I grabbed my bag. Started packing up. That's when I heard it. She looks like a scared little puppy, one girl said. Not quietly. Like she wanted me to hear. Another girl laughed. Her outfit looks so cheap. Like where does she even shop? More laughter. Alyssa didn't say anything. Just smirked. Kept my head down. Pretended I didn't hear. But my chest felt tight. I shoved my stuff in my bag. Left as fast as I could. The next week was worse. During practice we were working on a pyramid. I was supposed to be a base. Hold one of the flyers steady. We built it up. Everything was fine. Then Alyssa called for a dismount. The flyer came down. I caught her. But my foot slipped slightly. Not enough to drop anyone. Just a small stumble. I recovered immediately. No one fell. No one got hurt. But Alyssa stopped everything. Clapped her hands. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop. Everyone froze. She walked over to me. Arms crossed. What was that? I blinked. What do you mean? She gestured dramatically. You almost dropped her. That's embarrassing. I shook my head. No, I didn't. She's fine. I caught her. Alyssa turned to the squad. Did everyone see that? This is what happens when you're not ready. My face burned. The flyer I was holding looked uncomfortable. She mumbled, it's fine really. But Alyssa kept going. Maybe you should try chess club instead. This might be too advanced for you. The room went silent. A few girls looked down. Others stared. I wanted to scream, to defend myself, but my throat felt tight. I just nodded, swallowed the humiliation, and went back to position. But it didn't end there. That afternoon in the locker room, Alyssa cornered me. Her friends flanked her sides. I was sitting on the bench, tying my shoes. She stood over me, arms crossed. "We need to talk." I looked up. "About what?" She tilted her head. Fake sweet smile. "You're not one of us. You don't fit. I don't know why you even tried out. But this is MY Squad. And you don't belong here." My stomach dropped. I tried to keep my voice steady. "I made the team. Coach picked me." Alyssa laughed. "Well, mean. Coach picked you because she felt bad. But everyone here knows the truth. You're not a cheerleader. You're just a gymnast playing dress up." Her friends snickered. One of them had her phone out, recording. I saw the red light. My heart sank. I stood up, grabbed my bag, pushed past them. One girl called after me. "Don't be so sensitive." Laughter followed. I walked out, didn't look back. That night the video was posted. Snapchat, Instagram stories. The caption read, "Gymnast girl fail face with tears of joy with laughing emojis." My humiliation went viral. At least within our school. I cried that night. Felt like quitting. Like maybe Alyssa was right. Maybe I didn't belong. I almost quit. Seriously considered it. But something stopped me. Stubbornness maybe. Or anger. I didn't want to give Alyssa the satisfaction. So I stayed. Kept showing up to practice. Kept my head down. Ignored the whispers. Then one afternoon everything changed. Practice ended early. Coach had a meeting. Most of the squad left. I stayed behind to stretch. Work on my flexibility. The gym was mostly empty. I was in the corner by the mats. That's when I heard voices. Coming from the hallway near the equipment room. I recognized them. Alyssa. And her boyfriend Trevor. He was on the basketball team. Popular. They were arguing. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. But their voices carried. I stayed quiet. Listen. Trevor sounded frustrated. "Why are you so obsessed with this new girl?" Alyssa's voice was sharp. "I'm not obsessed. I'm protecting my spot." Trevor laughed. "Protecting your spot? She's a junior. You're captain. What's the big deal?" Alyssa snapped. "The big deal is that I can't lose captain this year. Not to some newbie who thinks she's better than me." There was a pause. Then Trevor said quietly, "Honestly, she kinda is better." Silence. Then Alyssa exploded. "Shut up. Nobody is replacing me. I worked too hard for this. I'm not letting some random gymnast take everything I built." My breath caught. She was jealous. Of me. That's why she hated me. Not because I wasn't good enough. But as I was. And she knew it. She was scared I'd take her spot. Threaten her status. Her control. I sat there for a long time after they left. Processing. And then something shifted inside me. Alyssa wanted to break me. Make me quit. Protect her throne. But what if I didn't quit? What if I stayed? What if I got better? What if I actually took her spot? A plan started forming. I stood up, wiped my face, and made a decision. If she's afraid of me taking her spot, I'll give her a reason to be. I started training. Hard. Every morning before school I was in my backyard. Practicing tumbling passes. Perfecting my back handspring. Working on my flexibility. I watched old cheer competition videos on YouTube. Studied formations. Learned new stunts. I reached out to my old gymnastics coach. Asked for tips. She was thrilled I was getting back into it. Started giving me advice. Helping me refine my technique. Practice I stopped trying to blend in. I pushed myself. Volunteered for difficult stunts. Stayed late to practice jumps. The assistant coach noticed. She started giving me more responsibilities. Putting me in the front for routines. I could feel Alyssa watching. Her jaw tight. Her eyes hard. One practice we were learning a new tumbling sequence. Alyssa demonstrated first. Round off. Back handspring. Attempted layout. But she under-rotated. Landed on her knees. It wasn't bad. But it wasn't clean either. She tried again. Same result. Frustration flashed across her face. Then it was my turn. I stepped up. Took a breath. And went for it. Round off. Back handspring. Full twist. Stuck the landing. Perfect. The gym went silent. Then one girl whispered, "Whoa." Another said, "How did she do that?" I looked at Alyssa. She was staring at me. Face pale. Fists clenched. After that, things shifted. Some of the girls started talking to me. Asking for tips. Complimenting my moves. Alyssa's control was slipping. And she knew it. She tried to sabotage me. Small things at first. Hid my cheer shoes before practice. I found them in the trash. Replaced my water bottle with one filled with salt water. I spit it out immediately. Told the coach I was struggling with routines behind my back. But the coach saw through it. She knew I was improving. Then one day coach made an announcement. We were all stretching before practice. She stood at the front. Serious expression. "This year we're doing things differently. Cheer captain won't automatically be a senior. It'll be chosen based on performance at the final exhibition in 2 weeks. Best routine wins. Best leadership wins. Best skills win. The room exploded. Whispers. Gasps. Excitement. Alyssa's face went white. She looked at me. I looked back. And for the first time I smiled. A real smile. He knew. I was coming for her spot. 2 weeks later the exhibition arrived. It was held in the main gym. Parents invited. Students. Teachers. Everyone. The whole squad performed. But coach made it clear. 2 routines mattered most. Alyssa's solo. And mine. Whoever performed better would be named captain. I arrived early. Warmed up in the corner. Stretched. Visualized my routine. I wasn't nervous. I was ready. Alyssa walked in with her friends. She looked confident. But I saw the fear underneath. The way her hands shook slightly. The way she avoided eye contact. The exhibition started. Group routines first. Cheers. Pyramids. Dances. The crowd loved it. Then came the solos. Alyssa went first. She walked out. Smiled. Wave. The crowd cheered. She started her routine. Tumbling pass. Round off. Back handspring. But she slipped. Just slightly. Her landing was off. She recovered quickly. Kept going. But I saw it. The judges saw it. She moved into her dance section. Sharp motions. Good energy. But then the pyramid. She was the flyer. The bases lifted her. She balanced. But her foot wobbled. She struggled to stay steady. The bases held her. But it wasn't clean. Definitely not captain level. She dismounted. Landed. The crowd clapped. But it wasn't loud. It was polite. Alyssa walked off. Her face flushed. She knew she messed up. Then coach called my name. I stood. Took a breath. And walked out. The gym felt huge. Quiet. I found my starting position. The music started. And I let go. Tumbling pass first. Round off. Back handspring. Full twist. Stuck it. The crowd gasped. Then cheered. I moved into my dance. Foot. Clean. High energy. Every motion crisp. Then jumps. Toe touch. Pike. Herky. All perfect. Then the stunt. I was the flyer. The bases lifted me. I extended. Balanced. Solid. Steady. No wobble. I hit my liberty. Held it. Then dismounted. Clean catch. Perfect landing. The gym erupted. Cheering. Clapping. Whistling. I looked at the squad. Some of the girls were clapping. Smiling. Even Madison was nodding. Impressed. I looked at Alyssa. She was standing in the corner. Arms crossed. Face blank. But her eyes said everything. He knew. She lost. After the exhibition, everyone gathered in the gym. Coach stood at the front with a clipboard. The whole squad sat on the bleachers. Parents. Students. Everyone waited. Coach cleared her throat. This year's team showed incredible growth. I'm proud of all of you. But as I said, cheer captain is earned. And this year's captain is someone who showed not just skill, but heart, dedication, and leadership. She paused. Looked at the clipboard. Then smiled. This year's cheer captain is Jordan. The gym exploded. Cheering. Clapping. The squad jumped up. Surrounded me. Hugging. Congratulating. I was in shock. It was real. I won. I was captain. I looked for Alyssa. She was still sitting. Alone. Face red. Eyes wet. One girl walked past her. Whispered just loud enough. Guess Karma did a backflip. Alyssa stood. Grabbed her bag. And stormed out. No goodbye. No congratulations. Just gone. I felt bad. For a second. But then I remembered. The locker room. The insults. The sabotage. The humiliation. She brought this on herself. Later that night I saw her in the parking lot. She was sitting in her car. Crying. I almost walked past. But I stopped. Knocked on her window. She looked up. Surprised. Angry. She rolled down the window. What do you want? Her voice was hoarse. I took a breath. I don't want to rub it in. I just want you to know something. You didn't lose to me. You lost to your own attitude. You were so busy trying to tear me down that you forgot to build yourself up. She stared at me. Silent. Tears streaming. I continued. You're talented, Alyssa. You could have been a great captain. But you chose to be mean instead. And that's why you lost. I walked away. Didn't look back. She didn't respond. But I knew she heard me. The next few weeks were amazing. Being captain felt surreal. I led practices. Choreographed routines. Organized team bonding events. The squad respected me. Listened to me. Supported me. Even Madison apologized. Said she was just following Alyssa. That she regretted it. I forgave her. People make mistakes. Alyssa stayed on the squad. But she was quiet. Kept her head down. Didn't cause drama. I think losing humbled her. She even came to me once. Asked for help with a stunt. I helped her. No attitude. No pettiness. Just teamwork. I learned a lot that year. About myself. About strength. About not letting people define you. Alyssa tried to break me. Make me feel small. Worthless. But instead she pushed me to become better, stronger, more confident. I took her spot. Not out of revenge, but because I earned it. Because I refused to give up. Because I proved I belonged. She humiliated me in the locker room. Made me cry. Made me question myself. But in the end, the spot she tried to take from me became mine. And I wore that captain ribbon with pride. So that's my story. The cheer captain who tried to destroy me. And how I became captain instead. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been bullied by someone jealous of you? Someone who tried to make you quit? Tell me your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want more cheerleader or sports revenge stories, let me know. Drop your ideas below. Maybe a dance team story? Or a volleyball rivalry? I'll see you in the next one.